The DEOMI Organizational Climate Survey, also known as the DEOCS, is coming our way. The survey will be open for NAVFAC Southeast employees June 17th through the 28th. I've heard many questions that you had regarding the survey, so I sat down with some of our command's leadership to get the inside scoop. Take a look.
The DEOCS survey is important because it gives us a benchmark, a baseline for the command, and it's required for every commanding officer when they first take command to have a DEOCS survey conducted.
It gives us a picture of the command climate, both at the command-wide level and at the component level, which means down to the business line and support lines and the public works departments.
So as a PWO, this allows me and other PWOs the ability to identify those areas of improvement within the workforce.
Important for us as leaders to be able to shape how we can address that command wellness, because ultimately we want this to be a great place to work.
Basically, the survey is broken down into three parts. The first part is demographics information. They ask for things like gender, race, ethnicity. And the second part is the main body of the DEOCS. This is where you have about 56 questions, including things like EO, EEO, fair treatment, SAPR questions. The third section of the survey includes the places where we can tailor the survey. The short answer questions and the locally developed questions really hone in on where NAVFAC Southeast wants to focus. So the demographics information that is actually collected isn't used to identify specific individuals. What it's used for is so that we can make sure that we get an accurate representation of our population within our command. We don't track the passwords that were given from DEOMI, and we don't track who gets the passwords. We don't collect PII information, and we do not connect any of the demographics with any of the answers. We can't.
I read every single comment for every single PWD, for every single different core category that we have the evaluations for, and they're very important to me.
And, you know, because we have 32 separate components across the command to include the core and the field. So 32 reports, 5,000 to 7,000 comments, all get read. There's a couple things at a command level that senior leadership focus in on. You know, we used a strategic design of the organization, the larger NAVFAC organization. We used the command philosophy of the skipper, and then we used a DEOCS survey, and those three things shape what actions as senior leaders that we're going to take throughout the year.
So I think that part of that is the closing the loop aspect of it is perhaps there have been actions taken, but we haven't done a good job at telling everybody what we've done.
As a PWO, I rely on this particular survey to help identify trends that need to be addressed both publicly and privately. Some of these issues we can address swiftly, others may take some time.
Now, obviously, some of the actions that we take are not things that we can talk a lot about, don't have a lot of fanfare with them, because we take personnel actions, we do counseling, we do other things behind the scene that, again, we can't openly address.
I take responsibility for, you know, providing some pretty poor communication to the field in the past and to the Corps on what we've been doing, but that's going to change. You have my word moving forward that, you know, we're going to make sure that we're communicating it all along the way as we execute these things.
The DEOCS survey isn't mandatory. No one should feel that they're being pressured to take it, that they have to take it, but it's an opportunity for you to impact the command.
I just think that the command should know that it is important. It is your voice being heard to me directly. So there are several ways that you can communicate with me directly, and one of them is the DEOCS survey.
You know, bottom line about the DEOCS is we want to make this a great place to work, and it can't happen without your support through this survey. This is your chance to speak directly to the commanding officer, leaders, PWOs, and let them hear your voice, good, bad, or indifferent. We cannot be effective, responsible leaders if we don't know what's on your mind.
We want to continue executing our mission with a sense of urgency, and I think we're headed in that direction. But it's important to me that we continue to make NAVFAC Southeast a great place to work.